Hello, welcome again to our channel. My name is Daniel. I'm going to share with you an interview experience. A family of three from Uganda, case number 22,000, which happened at Nairobi Embassy, Kenya on the month of September 2025 and is for DV Lottery 2025 selectees. This family applied for DV Lottery on the 7th of November 2023. They applied by themselves from their home. It was their fourth attempt in the DV Lottery applications, and they were lucky this time round. They checked for their selection status on the 6th of May 2024. They submitted their DS260 forms on the 28th of July 2024, and they never unlocked their cases. They received their second notification letters on the 4th of August 2025, and they did their medicals on the 21st of August 2025 at IOM Uganda. They reached the embassy at 6 a.m. and they joined the queue. They stood for a few minutes, then the gates were open. At the gate, they mentioned their 4 digits of the last case numbers, and they showed their second notification letter and the appointment letter plus their passport for them to be let in. At the embassy, they say that you go through the second check where you leave your phone and you are given a card for claiming the phone after your interviews. Then they proceed to a table where you get a contact list, then a guide on how you arrange your documents. They were called the first time to deliver their documents, that is their birth certificates, marriage certificate, passports, academic documents, police clearance certificates, plus the documents from the host. They waited and they were called again after like 2 hours since the network was down to make payment. They finally got the consular, who was a white lady, after all that wait. And this is how the interview started. Consular officer: am I going to speak to so and so? So the consular officer mentioned their names. They replied yes. Consular officer: lift your right hands and swear that the information you are going to provide is the truth and nothing than the truth. So they did that. Consular officer: place your 4 fingers of the right hand on the biometric machine. Then for the baby, they used the left hand fingers of the mom. Do you have another marriage other than this? They said no. Do you have any other children outside the marriage? They replied no. When and how did you meet? They mentioned the place and the year when they met. What is the nature of your marriage? They answered customary marriage. Consular officer, tell me more about your marriage, where it happened, and which people attended your marriage. They mentioned the village where the function happened, and then they also mentioned a few friends and family members who attended their marriage. Consular officer, do you have any photo showing the origin of your relationship? So they said yes, and they gave the photos to the consular officer. When was your son born? They mentioned the date when the son was born. Have you ever applied for a US visa? They said no. Have you ever been arrested? They said no. Have you ever been in another country other than the one you are living in? They said no. So the other question, have you read about the FGM form? They said yes. Then the consular officer said, please take your documents. Our network is down, but for now, I give you this green paper, but in case of any administrative checks, we shall let you know. Then they left the passports with the consular officer. Then the consular officer said, do not sell your properties, wait for your visas, and it will be with you within 2 weeks. And then from there, you can make any necessary arrangement of traveling to the United States. Then they said thank you, and they took all their documents with the green paper. So this is how the interview went, and it was a family of 3. They are saying that the consular officer allowed them to answer the questions together, and it was not the principal applicant who was answering the questions. So in this case, they were never put in different rooms, and they were answering the questions all together at the same time. So they are saying that the consular they had met was so considerate and understanding, and they were happy that they were able to get their visas approved. Thank you, guys. This is part of the interviews which are going on for the DV 2026 across the world, and especially from Nairobi Embassy, Kenya, which had issues from the beginning of this year, and they have only started the interviews in the month of August and September. So few people will be lucky to go for their interview. Otherwise, we wish you the best for those who are going for the interviews, and for those ones who will not make it, you always live to fight for another day. From us, we wish you the success, and may I see you in our next video. Bye bye.